first time with the 8 laps. Boris Clark is leading the race here, and he's got James Fouché with him in tow. Then it's about 40 odd seconds back to the likes of Marshall Irwood.
So a large part of the reason I started this YouTube channel was actually this race a year ago. There's this random guy, obviously created a Strava account, followed a bunch of people close to me, commented on my time trial where I crashed and then just cruised in the second half, about basically how shit I'd done, how terrible I was riding. And at that point, I just got sixth on GC at New Zealand Cycle Classic, second at Gravel and Tar, so I was going half decent. And it doesn't help, I work for Cycling New Zealand, which, to be perfectly honest, as an organisation, people love to hate. So sports scientists for them, riding reasonably well, sort of a few things like that. And someone said to me, you know, you've actually got enough of a profile that some people will try to bring you down. And so I thought, well, why not actually just put myself out there even more? Put myself out there, be a little bit vulnerable, show people what I'm doing. To bring it back to why I'm bringing that story up, when I put my training up, like the training I'm doing, I'm talking about the power numbers I'm doing, giving advice, makes you feel very vulnerable or potential, like open to embarrassment if you ride poorly. So that time trial, as you'll see coming up, very poor. And you sort of wonder, like, the sports scientist, has he got his training wrong? He's got something wrong. He just had nothing in the legs. I can't describe it. These days happen. Not that I'm the best. Even the best people can't work out everything all the time for some reason. But then to put the road race together like I've done, which you'll see a little bit of coming up, not very much to be honest, unfortunately, not much race footage. Put that together like I did, actually show like, yeah, what I've been doing is working. I believe I've been going better than I've ever gone. And to actually put that out there on the day, get a half decent result, is something I'm really proud of. And yeah, as I sit here several hours post race, like I can see like what a good result at a national champs like that in a field of that quality means. Just the messages I'm getting and stuff like that, it's really cool. So thanks for the support. Sorry that there's not much in this video. I was just traveling alone most of it, and to be honest, for some of it I was pretty tired, not in the greatest motivation sort of headspace, so didn't film a whole lot unfortunately. So enjoy what there is, and I hope I can make a better one for the next video. Oh, it's not good for the legs, Tom. What? Walking stairs. Travel day there, from Hamilton to Christchurch, rental car, drive to Timaru, just built my bikes up, and now it's about 5 PM, so thankfully just did my openers this morning, rode before the flight. I'm going to go drive the course now. I was thinking about riding the course, but I have ridden it before, so I know kind of what the climbs and stuff feel like, and I'm going to go drive it again, familiarise myself with it. But quite often I train much later than this and get home and I'm absolutely fine the next day, but I figured I'd prefer to not be sort of riding until after 6 PM probably today. I'd rather get here, go get some food, go for a quick drive of the course, come back, dinner, rest, all that, just relax. So Airbnb for 3 nights here, time trial tomorrow, day off, then the road race, then head back to Christchurch, stay 1 night there, and then off to Brisbane to Oceania Track Champs as staff. So a little bit of a hectic trip, just organising a few different moving pieces together, but we're here now, underway. To be honest, feeling a little bit tired, but good sleep tonight, and let's hope that fixes that and we're ready to go for this time trial tomorrow.
My face above the water, my feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon every time you are not around. Slowly drifting away.
It's race day, so time trial today, First race of the season for me. Sort of actually not feeling amazing going into it. A few reasons for that, but we'll save the excuses for later. About 37, 38k, lots of hills on this time trial, so false flat uphill, big downhill, sort of a bit of a valley, bit of a climb, downhill, turn around, all that coming back. So yeah, in theory it's a course that suits me. I have not ridden the bike enough to be ready for this. But yeah, let's go and give it a go, see how it goes. Having said that though, I am chasing Keegan Hornblow, who I coach. Haven't actually seen him since the Olympics because he stayed over in Europe for a while. But yeah, so if he gets away from me, then I've done a good job. And if he doesn't, then I'm doing a good job. Being chased by a Finn Fisher Black, Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, so that's going to be tough to hold him off. To hold him off for any time at all is going to be tough. And then behind him, Tom Sexton, who I also coach, who I hope will have a good one. And if he catches me, then yeah, I've done a really good job. And if I hold him off, to be fair, I'm probably not on a terrible one either. So there's a few wins for me, even if, no matter how it goes, to be honest. Well, we could all fail, and then yeah, it's not so good for me, is it? Let's wait and see. The less said about that time trial for me, the better. It's actually not too far off some people, given I basically didn't train on the bike. But Tom here, third for the second time.
Yeah. The new Santic Skinny.
Yeah, talk us through TT.
It's a little bit damp out here right now, but and windy, pretty fast. But yeah, no, it was tough. It's tough, especially the back end. Like it's like you want to go really hard at the start, but the hardest part's the last like 4 minutes. So yeah, no, it was alright.
Nice.
Got up for third.
I was 4 seconds off Keegan, so coming for you next year, Keegan. Back home after that, or back to the Airbnb after that TT. Actually a little bit of time to reflect on the result, and while I'm not happy with it, definitely well done on what I expected. When I actually look at the results and the riders ahead of me and stuff like that, all but one of them basically full-time pro bike rider, so I reckon there was a good minute, more than a minute, that I left out there on what I should have been able to do today. And yeah, that would have been half decent ride, but hey, I didn't put it together, so that's what counts. But the result is really disappointing to look at, like in terms of the actual position, but in terms of the time and context, got the bike together a few days ago, did nowhere near enough training on it, not a TT specialist. Like, I can sort of actually be kind of happy with it, but yeah, also not happy with it at the same time. So kind of, it's one of those ones you look at it and you go, oh, actually there's a lot of positives to take away here, but at the end of the day, there's still a lot of negatives too. So yeah, no, there's a few reasons behind why I think I've been a little bit tired recently, not related to training or recovery per se. Anyway, on to the road race Saturday. Looking forward to that. That should suit me a whole bunch more, but wow, the field is stacked. Like, same as today's TT. There's like 10 guys, I think, who are World Tour or Pro Conti. Most of them World Tour, so it's going to be a tough one, but that's what you're doing, is going out there to test yourself against the best. So just looking forward to giving it a go. Race day, and it's not got off to a good start. I went to charge my phone last night, as you do. Woke up this morning about 5:30. Went to just check the time. Obviously I didn't know it was 5:30 at the time. And phone was on 0%, so it hasn't actually been charging overnight. It's decided there's water in the USB port or something, which there's not. Anyway, I had to use my laptop to check the time. I was like, okay, thank goodness for that. I've got a little bit of time before I need to get up. But yeah, phone's, as long as it's turned off with a very specific charger, it's getting very slow charge, which, now this is not an issue because I want to watch TikToks or something during the race. It's because I need it to figure out where I'm going after the race. I need to contact some people about sorting out some baggage. Oh, anyway, so if that's not going to charge, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Normally I have a wireless charger, which solves all that issue. Yeah, anyway, breakfast, coffee. I feel pretty average, to be honest, still. I've just been so tired the last week or so. So let's hope that fixes itself once I'm actually underway and on the bike. So I've just been packing things up. Thankfully, Airbnb owner here is letting me leave my bike boxes and stuff in the shed out there. So that's great. I can come back and get them after. Makes things logistically a whole lot easier. Time to kit up. Phone's on 33% battery. So if I leave it turned off, that might actually get me to Christchurch, where I'm going this afternoon with some GPS, and I won't get totally lost. All right, let's get up. Okay, just like that, we're ready to go to the race. So yeah, the other day did probably my best ever 2x20 minute efforts, and then a few days later, best ever time at Mangakawa, and I wasn't even really pushing it. So I know the legs are there, the fitness has been probably at an all-time high, but yeah, last week or so, then just like flat as a pancake. So I know the fitness is there, just got to have a good day. So I'm not thinking that's that likely, but we'll go out there, give it our best shot. So let's go see what happens.
To see the leaders come over the line for the first time with the 8 laps. Boris Clark is leading the race here, and he's got James Fouché with him in tow. Then it's about 40 odd seconds back to the likes of Marshall Irwood,
Nice, Boris.
Grail, and a few others very early on the first lap of 8 laps here for these.
Nationals for another year. So about 1k into the race, basically me and one other rider went off the front together, and just straight away got a gap, and was like, okay, sweet, we're off the front here, like may as well just keep going. And as you saw, I didn't feel good in the morning, I didn't feel good in warm-up, so I was like, well, if I can get up the road, like who knows what happens. I felt pretty bad at the start of that move, but then I did come right. As the more I rode and the harder we rode, the better I actually felt. So we were together for basically the whole first lap. I went away on the climb, and there was a group coming across to us at that point, so knew not to press on, just waited for them. Basically became like a Timaru team time trial, because there was, I think, maybe 4 or 5 of them in the group, and we had maybe 7 riders, maybe there's 4 of them. Anyway, so we rode for basically another lap, got caught by more guys, and then a few guys I think got dropped up the climb that lap from memory. Basically we rode, so yeah, George Bennett came across to us, Logan Curry, Campbell Stewart, a couple others. So we had this group of I think 15, with a few hitters in there. Oh, Ben Oliver was in there, he came across in that first group. Keegan Hornblow, had Paul Wright was in there, the eventual winner. Yeah, so a good group. They came across, we sort of rode together, really drilled it for 1 lap to try and create the gap. Gap didn't go out as much as we thought it might, but it did go out a fair bit. Then I think it must have been the 6th time up the climb out of 8. That yeah, I just didn't quite have legs. I paid for those early efforts, not to make excuses, but I'm pretty sure I was the only sort of guy who's not a full-time bike rider there, who sort of, well, at least in the end, just lacking that little bit of extra durability and endurance. But anyway, then ended up in a group which with James Krasnich and 3 under-23s. Chase group was closing in on us. Second to last time up the climb, the under-23 guys all sort of dropped back. Me and James pressed on. Then we were just time trialing for our lives to try and stay away from the chase group. And at that point, we were 7th and 8th on the road. Then towards the end, James Gardner came across. He was going for the under-23, caught up to us, and thankfully, because he was super motivated just to go for the under-23, we got a good few pulls out of him. In fact, almost the whole way, the last sort of, I don't know, 6-7 Ks, he was basically just time trial mode, and we helped him out where we could, but not very much at all. We were on our hands and knees. I'd been away, obviously, almost 200 Ks by that point, sort of 180. And then last time up the climb, I was like, okay, I really want this 7th place. Like, it just sounds so much better than 8th or 9th to me. And yeah, hit them, and I was cramping the whole way up the hill. Well, every time I sat down, just my legs were struggling to go around, and then I'd stand up and feel a bit better, but standing up on that climb when you're that broken is hard. But yeah, got there in the end, got that 7th place, stoked with it. Like, stoked to show the legs are there, what I've been doing is right, what I've been doing is working. I put so much into this. Like, I've not been training for nationals specifically, but just my training in general, put a lot of effort, time, thought into it. So to really show, like, yeah, it is working. It was just really really nice for me to feel that and be like, yeah, sweet, I'm on the right path. So now off to track Oshis with the team tomorrow as staff, not riding myself. I won't even have a bike for the week, so which I think will do me good, but do need to find a way to just keep a little bit active. And then when we get home, full gas training for Tour of Taiwan and Thailand. Maybe I'll do a vlog before then, maybe I won't. So if not, I'll see you there.